I don't know that we can negotiate with the left in the way that needs to happen for the polarization to end. I think that it's a matter of winning.
I think you're probably right. I think one side or the other is going to win. It's difficult, because there are differences on fundamental things that really can't be compromised.
People in this country who believe in God have got to keep fighting for that, to return our country to a place of godliness.
Oh, I agree with you.
That was amazing. That is, of course, Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito, and also Lauren Windsor, who's, I think, at this point, a national treasure. How does she keep getting these guys to admit to these things on tape? She even introduced herself as Lauren Windsor, and she's spoken to him before. They really need to pay attention to who they're talking to. But anyway, she does amazing work, and she gets people, senators and Supreme Court justices, to admit things. And in this case, so he's speaking at the Supreme Court Historical Society's annual dinner. Okay, it's not some sort of religious gathering or whatever, although even that would not justify what he said. He's a Supreme Court justice who is supposed to be, more than anyone else in America, unbiased. Hopefully actually unbiased. At the very least, he's never supposed to give the appearance of bias. And he's saying, yeah, one side needs to win. Yeah, we need to get America back to a place of godliness. He is not the Supreme Court of the Jesuits or whatever. He's supposed to be a part of our secular government, adjudicating our actual law, not a religious text, not dogma, the law and the Constitution. And instead, he's talking like he's Paul Gosar or Marjorie Greene. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the Damage Report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you. And we know that deep down, that's who these people are. Justice Alito could have run for Congress or whatever. Instead, he was put into government through a different path. It's the same people just serving different roles in government. But they don't even think that they need to hide this anymore, Sabrina. And I don't like us moving into that phase of the death of America. But what do you think?
Yeah, they're hiding it less and less. On that hot mic, he mentioned, I don't know if it was in the clip that you played, but he mentioned that essentially the left is getting in the way. That it just shows that, he's been on the right all along. He's not this neutral person that he once pretended to be. And not even in that mic, but even in just the way that they've been voting, just goes to show, where their views really align. I mean, God, they're trying to criminalize homelessness and just a whole bunch of other right-wing issues seem to be, his priority. So this doesn't surprise me at all. I am surprised that they're just being a little bit more vocal about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and also the sheer deranged entitlement of these people, that he gets to be a conservative on the Supreme Court, a conservative on a Supreme Court that has a majority of conservatives, despite the fact that the only reason they have that is because of the structural inequities in how our government is set up. The right has won in roughly 3 decades the popular vote in one presidential election in 3 decades or so. And yet they have the overwhelming majority of the Supreme Court. They have been given so much more than their numbers in the country have earned in most of the people's watching this living lives. And yet he believes, oh, the left is getting in the way. We should be a godly country. You guys can't convince a majority of the public of that over the course of literally decades. And yet you think you should have all government power. You already have far more at the federal level, in the Supreme Court, in state legislatures, in Congress, in the Electoral College, than you have any valid, justifiable right to have. And yet they demand more. And it's not just Justice Alito. His wife has been in the news a lot, sometimes thrown under the bus by him. Well, she also was caught on tape. Let's play that.
Are you Ms. Alito?
I am.
Hi, my name's Lauren. I just met these ladies tonight, but
Very cool.
I'm a huge fan of your husband, and
Let's stop before we go here.
everything that you're going through, I just want to tell you that
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's not okay though. It's not okay.
It's okay. It's okay because if they come back to me, I'll get them. I'm going to be liberated, and
What
I'm
do you
going to
mean
get
by
them. Oh, well,
gay?
there's a 5-year defamation statute of limitations.
But I don't know what you mean by gay, like by
get you. Come on. I'm German. I'm German. My heritage is German. You come after me, I'm going to give it back to you. And there will be a way. It doesn't have to be now, but there will be a way. They will know.
What the hell is going on? That is the wife of a sitting justice on the Supreme Court saying, yeah, come after me. I'll get you. I'll get you. I'm German. Did you know I'm German? We Germans get you in the end. Doesn't have to be now. Who knows how? Maybe legally, statute of limitations or defamation. What is she going on? Like, look, I know a lot of people are going to focus on the German thing, and you're free to because she brought it up. I don't know what other interpretations than the one you're coming up with right now there could be for that. But at the very least, she thinks that she's going to be able to get her critics. She is the wife of a Supreme Court justice. And seemingly just like with Clarence Thomas and Ginny, they're weirdly conspiratorial, combative political obsessives with an incredible amount of political power that their husbands will wield for their entire lives. And again, this is supposed to be a massive issue. Ketanji Brown Jackson got like an advance on a book, and the right is freaking out. Meanwhile, they're plotting whatever German style retribution they can have. Sabrina, I don't know what you make of that video. I'm not sure to what to think.
Justice Alito's wife is the same kind of woman who would put like military spouse and her like and the rank, and she's like, you will respect me by my husband's rank, like on her resume. Like, would she ever, need that? It's just so funny, the absolute entitlement. But I mean, again, this is just something that we knew was going to happen, that these people, they are in it for the power. They're not actually in it for their justice. They're in it for the perks. And the idea that she's kind of like almost weaponizing it, kind of weird, kind of spooky. Yeah. She, of all people, should not be involved in that process at all. And here she is. Yikes.
Yeah, for the most part, I think that's the first time I've ever heard the spouse of a Supreme Court justice speak. So I don't know, maybe they're all like this, but I don't want to hear them. I don't want them to be a part of this. I don't want them to be raising money for political parties or whatever. Like, they've been given so much, huge sums of money, all of this power and access that can effectively never be taken away, and they'll have for literally decades. And it's not enough. They need more. She could be Marjorie Greene. Like, it's the same thing. It's a deranged person absorbing God knows what from the political radicals that they surround themselves with, and wanting revenge, dreaming, fantasizing about revenge, and dreaming about it so much that you will enthusiastically rant about it to a woman you met 7 seconds ago who is taping it and could be taping it. And all she had to do was say, I'm a big fan of your husband, and you start ranting about German style retribution. What do you think she says to people she knows well?